You've got the body now, and we can begin to speak. The whole point in asking you to observe was that your, shall we call it subconscious minds, or may I say the subconscious mind here collectively, could observe, as one would observe subliminals, things occurring, but just beneath the threshold of what you would call your conscious awareness. So, those of you who were observing, and I believe it was all of you, watched the process. You watched how it was done. And now, in a sense, you've all got the key. Not that I'm here to make trance mediums out of the lot of you, but that would not be a bad thing anyhow. What we've done is, could we say, controlled the subconscious mind of the medium. So that, like a control board, which can be used by various individuals, producing very different results, depending upon who is the so-called mastermind or controller, so also we can and are using the subconscious mind of the medium to produce our own desired results, which in this case simply involve communication. My dear friends, you've all got so much more control than you tend to exercise, that I must needs address the issue. Yes, address the issue. Think of it, if you will, humorously, if you don't mind, and sense it. Sense the truth of my words, if you would. Feel the control you've got over your own state of consciousness. Try to get a sense of it, as they say, a handle upon it. Feel the control you've got, all of you, to move your awareness any way you like, really, within the vast realms of the mind. But you can choose to pass into the subconscious realm of the mind, and there view your own belief system concerning, for instance, the black race upon the earth. I simply use it as an example. Look at your own belief systems anent the black race. Experimentally. What do you feel about the black race? For what you feel is a direct reflection of what you believe. Examine yourself, if you would, that is to say, your beliefs. What are they? Seek to find, if you hold any beliefs about the black race that have not been born out of your direct experience with the black race. For therein lies the point of, could we call it a belief, but that is unfounded by your direct experience. And you can see how easily illusions of various types are to be found floating about in the subconscious mind, freely, like so many clouds. Now, rather than take Webster's dictionary and going from A to Z, doing the same process as we've just now done, you can simply do it all at one time by deciding that only those things that you are holding as beliefs based on your direct experience only these shall hold any real validity for you. The rest, questionable, theoretical. If you make that determination, my dear friends, you'll find yourselves approximating the, could I say, closest thing to truth that you can possibly experience or share with others in your current state of incarnation. For to simply accept things upon hearsay, even that which is read in a book, it's all questionable, isn't it? Theory. So you see, it drives you then to want to be a direct experiencer, not to accept that which is told by others, though well-meaning, for they themselves can be deluded. That then brings you close to the truth. This is a rather revolutionary concept on your earth today. Most would say, oh, but I've only got so many days, I can't find out everything through direct experience. True, you can't. But there be experiences you've had in other lives that if you truly want to feel them, you can. It's a quick way to resurrect a lot of your past life information, the banks that lie therein. But what it'll also do, it'll put you at that point wherein what you speak, you will speak with authority, and people will see it. For you'll be much less inclined to say anything that is not born directly on your own experience. And you begin to vibrate closer and closer to that thing called the truth. That ancient question, what is the truth? Truth can only be what you've experienced directly, at least it is your truth. It is so easy, my dears, to hold all kinds of things, various and sundry other beliefs that we find. If you don't mind, I shall take the liberty, now, take care, I'm not going to embarrass anyone, the liberty of looking about the room at random, and don't worry, I'll not stare at you and say, oh, I got this one from her. No, I won't do it. But I shall look about and see if I can't flush out a few illusions out of some subconscious mind around me, just to give you an idea. All right, give a moment, give a moment. There is a belief held by one or more of you here that the little animals known as cats are not positive creatures. That they are nasty. That they are unclean. That they bring bad fortune. That they bear disease. And that not to be had about. And such a person would simply say, I don't like cats. Without even examining why. And they should be rather shocked if they're able to go deeper within themselves, for they hold and harbour a lot of these, well, my dear, I was afraid I must say rather silly beliefs. None of which, mind you, are born on direct experience. All right, let's look about. Oh, this is an obvious one. There's another belief here that the state of homosexuality is a terrible sin. Terrible sin. Direct affront in the mind of God, in the face of God. The homosexuals are sick, I think is the word I think. Truly, like one who is mentally ill. That they should be contained somewhere. Suppose San Francisco would do it. They should not be allowed to basically walk the streets at liberty, lest they infect others with their terrible mental disease. That they are innately perverse. That right now, that they're very nasty creatures. They shouldn't be spoken to, and of course, the one holding this would never speak to one if they knew that they were. And basically, they're not quite God's children. these kinds of beliefs, my dears, are the very things that create wars in the long run and a conglomerate. If this pertains to you, kindly take a look at it and realize that homosexuality is nothing more or less than one of the multitudinous experiences of the physical life, that it pretty much is experienced by everyone sooner or later, and that it's a necessary component of the well-rounded soul, believe it or not. Shocking. Let's look for another one now. I like to flush out these little demons. Here we go. Now this is not only one, several of you are holding this one. Several people here are holding a belief of when your own demise shall be, that is to say your own death. And I must say, dears, you're cutting your life short by at least 15 years in one case, 22 in another. You are holding a belief that you shall so-called die much sooner than your scheduled time is, and in doing so you're cramping your own style. Live a bit, my dears, live. Think in terms of life ongoing anyway, but we are referring to the so-called death of the physical body. You're holding a very short life expectancy, and it's having a deleterious effect upon you. So if you look into your own, and if you think it's short, why not expand it? You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. There's also let's get another one. Choosing betwixt two. Don't know which is juicier. Well, all right, we'll go for this one. This is a rather common one, I'm afraid, especially of late. There's a belief here that one of you, it's just one, feels that you were molested, but you can't recall it, you just think you were. And if you can't recall it, I dare say you're safer letting that go. Well, in your particular case, it did not occur, and like a belief that one can catch from another, not healthy. You were not molested, my dear. If you can't recall it and you just think you were, chances are you won't. So if you need to recall it, it should be there, and you'll remember it in vivid detail. You'll be more at peace, I say. Let's leave it out here. We'll get one more. Good. Well, we got it now. There is also a belief being held here that, well, how in the world can I express this one? That parts of your own body are innately unclean. Unclean. That you would be horrified if you had to touch said part of your body that you think is unclean. And my dear, what you're not realizing is that by holding that thought, you are creating the possibility of what can amount to a disease that could grow in that very part of your body. For you're thinking and holding a very, could we call it negative thought concerning it. So, if this rings any bells, I suggest you change your minds and think of all of your body as quite clean, quite lovely, quite healthy, quite pure, and when kept clean, equally clean as anyone else. The subconscious mind, my dears, give it your attention, won't you? But I say that by simply contemplating the fact that you've got one, you begin to, shall I say, voluntarily experience it. to give yourself the entree to examine it. And it's so necessary to your own spiritual growth. Indeed, you can't proceed beyond a certain point without it. You've got to look into it. Fear it not. Be very grateful you've got it. I've often said that the subconscious mind is your personal genie in the lamp. Well trained, it's your best friend and your greatest ally. It can do anything for you. Don't make it your enemy, but rather your close companion, that you work together in tandem. And I say, when you can achieve this thing, by willing it so, by choosing it so, by working with it, you become an unbeatable team, able to do anything. The subconscious mind, probably the greatest gift the good Lord has given us whilst in incarnation. Your faithful servant, it does as you tell it. So let us instruct our subconscious minds in the immediate opening of the inner senses at our own sweet will. And impress your own subconscious minds, I say, that from this day forward, why wait an hour? You shall have great ease in dealing with it, in programming it, in understanding it, your own and others, subconscious minds of others. And from this point onward, the subconscious mind, your own, and yourself, shall be the best of friends. That it shall yield to you all manner of information, that it shall troubleshoot for you day and night, and that it shall be constantly on guard to protect you in every particular. These thoughts, my dears, these thoughts will help you, will deepen your beautiful, loving experience of life, and will cause you to shine as stars amongst your fellows, who will then be inspired to do the same in the light of your inspiration. Very good. God bless you, my dear friends. It is our great pleasure and joy to address you. And we do so with a fond hope that hopefully, we share with you what has been shared with us. Enlightenment.
Giving me the very interesting image right now. He's giving me the image of just like this wall, like a screen that, I'm sure you've all seen home movies, right? Like on a sheet or something. That the wall on the sheet is just a flat surface, and that these pictures are projected onto it, and then we sit there and we watch the movie, right? Or slides for that matter. And that's what I am, or any of us when we're doing any kind of mediumship. That the medium is just the flat surface upon which they project themselves, talking, whatever. And then, so people will tend to perceive the speaker or the communicator more than they will perceive the wall. Unless if you're watching a home movie, someone says, notice the wall. There's a fly on the wall, and then you can shift your attention and notice, yes, there is. And then you release that and you revert right back to noticing the movie, right? But it's all in the same place. So it's a very interesting analogy. I've never thought of it quite like that, but it sure fits. Because that's exactly what he does in a way to me. I'm the flat wall. I'm just the surface, which then what you tend to see or experience is more him than me. And that's just what mediumship really is, the ability to just get so flat, so to speak, that there's very little or nothing left of you there, that they can completely be there. You create the space where you're not there, they're there. And that, mediumship is just one of the psychic abilities, it's not for everybody. What can I say?